Yeah, good evening, everyone. Once again, we discussed last time about the exponential moving averages and about support and some support and resistance, basically horizontal support and resistance. Horizontal support and resistance are fixed prices, which will act as a support and resistance. With my experience, I found that this is the most occurring support and resistance, which the chances of failure are quite less, very less. So if it is a resistance, you will feel its impact definitely next time. So if it is a resistance here one time, you will feel its impact next time. So like repeatability, if this is a resistance first time, you will feel it next time, you will feel it next time. Sometimes, somewhere it will break, definitely it will break, but the impact will be more long lasting compared to other form of resistance and support. Like this is a moving support, right? Exponential moving average are a moving support. This might, when the trend will change, this will frequently break. Or when the trend, there is no trend, there is a flattish trend, you will see it breaking multiple times. Like for this region, say blue line is a 50-day moving average. I will close the yellow one. Yeah, blue line is a 50 moving average. Now chart is on the month. So even monthly average should be very strong. Even though monthly we are seeing the multiple time it has broken from up and down. Means exponential moving average, when the trend will be flat, moving averages will not be very great. But when there will be bullish trend or bearish trend, these will become a reliable support and resistances. For example, this area, why we are saying it's a trend is flat, because see, this top, another bottom is close to previous bottom. So once you do the, say, zigzag, say from here, say you started, say, suppose from here, it have been up, down, up, down, up, down. Now this down is close to previous down, and this up is close to previous up. Now you know that when there is a 2 up, 2 down, even now 3 up, 3 down, now trend is flattish, because lows are not increasing, highs are not increasing, are decreasing even. So this is called a flattish trend. The price is moving in a range. So after certain time, then there will be a time when it will be broken either side. And by just doing the zigzag, you are knowing that now the trend is upside. Why? How can you say trend is upside? Just have a look at lows. This low, then next low, then above. So lows are going up. Highs are definitely going up, but lows are going up, means now trend has changed for this stock. Trend is clear to everyone. When we can call it bullish trend, when we cannot call it bearish, and when there is no trend, or we can say time correction or flat correction or sideways correction, you can give it any name. So basically, if lows are not going up, this is not a bullish trend. So if lows are going up, this is a bullish trend. When lows are going down, that's a bearish trend. When there is a range, means you can identify tops, multiple tops, and multiple bottoms in the same price range, then it is called sideways trend. Now, instead of drawing simple, you can say one line, you can always try to draw a range which will be act as a support or resistance. For example, here I can draw a range here, which is acting as a support. Sometime it is going little lower, sometime here and sometime here. So this will be more reliable. Basically, you should not buy exactly at the support. Let it reverse, because at a support, you don't know how much time it will take. Let it reverse, let the some trend appear, and then you can buy. Traders can trade on the bounce from the support or intraday or 1-2 days. So different situation will have, traders have a different way of taking a trade. Basically, they will be interested in few percentage of move. So they can take a trade here just on the bounce, and whatever 2, 3, 4% he is getting, he will be happy. But as an investor, you should always wait to establish a trend, because you never know. So see here, this place, once it comes to the support, it took a lot of time in this zone only. So time waste is also from 2010 July to 2011 December. 1.5 years, this price was here only. This is a monthly chart. This time frame is big. So from May 10 to Jan 12, 1.5 years is wasted here if you will not wait to establish some trend. And when trend is a bullish, a shorter period will give you longer returns. When trend is flattish, the time can, even though you are not losing money, your time will be wasted. So support has some importance. You can trade for short term. Resistance, once you realize that this is a resistance, once you know this one, next time you can look for the opportunity to exit from this trade. Definitely you will enter somewhere lower side. If you are interested here, always remember that the resistance itself is a target for next time. Whenever there is a resistance, there is a good possibility that if stocks takes the U-turn, same will become a target. So once it is started going up somewhere here, you realize that it is a good trend and there is a possibility that it can go up. So from here, once you reach here and you realize that it is taking time here and not crossing after certain attempts, you can book your profit. So the benefit of identifying resistance is that here you can plan your profit booking. Benefit of identifying the support, that once I take the reversal, you know that now it is a established reversal. Even if stocks is very good and you are planning for very, very long term, with the initial U-turn only, you can take some chances that if it goes from here, I will have a target from 270 to 460. It's almost like 100% gain. So this is how a support resistance do work. Now this is a plain horizontal support and resistance, and then there is an exponential moving average. There are some more way to identify the trend resistance. What is the trend resistance? The price is moving in certain trend. Even though it is breaking exponential moving average, there is one line which I can identify here, which is not getting broken. Can you see here? If I start with all the lows from here till here, let me delete all the lines here. When I'll connect all the lows here. Let's see what appears. This is the low point, then this is the low point here. And if I connect these two, if you are here, I connected these two. What is appearing? What we know, that this is a trend on which this price is going up. So after certain time, when the price will come on this trend line, same way that you identified the horizontal support, this area will act as a support. So once it has given a bounce, you know that it can go up. It can always, it is a possibility. There there will be some other points which you will consider before taking a trade, but its support is very clear, right? Till now, you are seeing the supports which are at a same level, same price level, like this one. Like this one. You know this is a support, right? Which was a previously resistance, this zone, which becomes support. So this is one point. Another way to look at the supports and resistance are to look at the trend line. So once, and it is not that you have to look on the longer time frame. We can identify this in a smaller portions also, like, and how to use that, I will say. From here, when this trend was not there, there was some other trend. In a period to period, there will be some certain trends will appear after once you see at least two support. And on a same plane, at least two times you are seeing the bounce, you know this is a trend. So once this trend is broken, what you should do? If this trend is broken, what can you do?
Exit.
Exit.
We'll consider other points, but based on trend only. My reply will be here on trend only. Now that you have invested that this trend is very good. What is the benefit of this trend? If this trend will resume and will keep there, I can identify my targets. Like in 2013-12, I can say that if this trend will remain there, I can be in 2017, my target price will be 1400. Okay, because if this trend will be there, always price will be above this. So you can know that in 2017, I will get this price. And if now this trend is broken, so you will definitely say that my assumption is not correct. Let me exit from this one, this stock. Maybe there will be some other points which you consider that just below this, there is one more support. Let me see it. Those are other possibilities. As a trader, as an investor or positional trader, you will think not just with the one point, but whenever you are studying any particular event, any particular indicator, just take all the decision based on that only. So what is happening here? This is a trend. If this is broken, I have to exit. Now, in the practical cases, you might wait up to moving average or the previous supports. But understand the importance of trend. Now, after when this trend is broken, now the new trend has emerged. What is the new trend? This is the trend emerged. Agree? See, below this trend was resistance. See from here. Agree? And after this is a support. So this is not exactly horizontal. Some slope is there. But this slope is so less. Will you be interested? Because see, move forward. In 2026, if this trend is maintained, your price will be 295. Will you be interested if you identify such trend? Right? You will not be interested. So you will be interested.
It is like a flattish.
Yeah. So you will be interested in a trend, but this is a trend, right? You identify the trend that this line was a resistance earlier. This zone, it was a resistance. Now this is a support. So that horizontal line was that not very precise, but this line is more precise because we can see here lower levels are increasing a bit. Slowly it is going up. So after this point, you can identify a new trend. You always, whenever you look the stock, start matching their low points and see if new trends are emerging. So whatever new point has emerged in 2020 lows, when it respected this low point, immediately look what happened on the previous low and make one trend from where you can match at least maximum points. This is not like Lakshman Rekha, right? There will be some plus and minus. But this is a month, you are drawing a line on a monthly trend, right? Monthly chart. So even if some fluctuations will be there, you will wait. And as I said, you will never buy on exact win points. You will wait for trend to reverse. This is there to guide you that what is happening, whether you should consider this one or not. Now, after making this trend line, you can have a projection that in 2025, if this trend remains there, the prices will go up to 800. So from 400 or say 500 to 800, are you interested? You can decide whether you want to, you think this is a good stock or not. Okay. Now, this was all about the support. Same way, you can identify the resistance. Say from here, this is a peak, then another peak here. Let's match these 2 points here. And we got a line here, which was once given a, we can say breakout but failed. But another, next time it was same point was resistance. So this can be considered as resistance for future trade. Okay. Now, there is a way to draw a parallel channel, which will be more precise. I will explain in the future next class. But as of now, today I will not introduce parallel channel. Just consider that you can, by looking at itself, you know that these lows and highs are making one kind of parallel channel, right? See here. Okay. Let's discuss that one. Why to keep for next? Okay, let's discuss this one. Now, by looking at this, you realize that there is a channel in which these prices are going up. So what you can do from here, there is a parallel channel tool. Select this one, take the low points, select, try to get all the lows which you can cover, and try to take maximum points. There are some few points which will be beneficial later onwards. See here, there is a not just the extreme boundaries. Look at the center line. Center line, can you see this one as a support? This area, can you consider this was a support? And this was acting as a resistance?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you see this area as a resistance? Can you identify this area as a resistance?
Yes, resistance.
And once this channel broken, same channel become
Support.
So this was a trend. Now trend you cannot say in a single line. It was a complete parallel channel in which price was moving. So once a trend was broken, because it is broken on the upside, so this trend was very bullish. So once a broken, it took the support and took the reversal. And consider from here, it is moving in two parts, either upper part of the channel, either lower part of the channel. So in bullish trend itself, you can say the lower part is slightly bearish. The upper part is more bullish, right? Overall, it is bullish. But whenever it will be on the lower side, there is a chance that channel will be broken, right? So there is a certain uncertainty is there for the trend. This can break anytime, just like it has broken upside. So when the trend has gone upper part of the channel, it is more bullish, and now combined with the other horizontal resistance. So once it has crossed this line, can we say that it is very bullish on this point? Can we say here that?
Yes, we can say it's a very bullish because it is taking support here.
And breakout happened. See from here to here, it was in channel going up. Previous resistances have been crossed here, and it is now on the upper half of the channel. So considering all these points, we can try to take the trade here with keeping same as a stop loss. Or maybe if you have done some fundamental analysis and you are convinced with this kind of growth, you can remain invested here with a little bigger stop loss. Now, once it has broken, this resistance was not very, you can say, stiff resistance, because it was made on the 1 point. Something made on the 1 point is not anyway very, very strong. Once something there will be repetition, then it will become very strong, support or resistance both sides. So something happened multiple times, 3 times, like this point is a 3 times, right? So this trend support is a very strong. This upper part is only happened once. So it is not a very strong, you can say, resistance. Okay. So once it is broken, took the support and gone up. This is the way to look at the stock with respect to only support and resistance. Anyone? Any point? Any question?
Darpanji, if we put a weekly, how it looks? Can we see that one weekly?
This is a weekly chart, 5-year chart here. So this was a resistance here. This was a resistance. See, center line was posing as a resistance. Once crossed, one peak was made. Another point, one peak was made. And once broken, you have a trend. After trend, it has
Again, support. Yes.
Now, it's not just all charts will not be on monthly only. Each chart you can draw many trend lines and decide what is happening right now. For example, once you have this low point and another low point, you can define now within this particular trend, this is a very bullish trend, right? Slope of this particular trend, all-time monthly trend is at a degree of somewhere around 30 degree. But this period, growth trend is very high, around 60 degree. Means your time will take less. The same trend will remain for 5 years. You will be Junjunwala, right? With few thousand stocks. Because this price can go 41,000. But being a rational, you know that this trend will not remain for 5-6 years, right? So somewhere it will break. So that will be the point. You will decide whether you want to book some profit and wait for new trend to emerge, at least some degree of bullishness, because that might happen, that trend will reverse totally. So how to decide whether when to exit? This could be one point. This could be one way, because you know the lows. Now this low should not be broken. This trend should not be broken. Just like here monthly chart. If you are invested here, if you are invested here or here or here, and you have a long-term investment, this trend should not be broken. Otherwise, reversal will start. You know, if any lows will be made below this point, very bearish, right? But you are not here to wait till the trend will turn bearish. So what you can do, follow the trend low, not the previous low. Okay. Now, not just this trend. Now the recent trend is more bullish. So you can go more closer. Now you have 2 more lines here, right? 2 more lows. So what you can do, put here 1 point, another previous one. And if this trend is remain above this, you can remain invested. Not just a single line, you can draw here a parallel line, because now you have a tops here and similar tops here, right? To me, this is a something to going inside the parallel line. So what I can do, I can not necessarily all all the time price will remain in the parallel channel, but you can try to check if it is a exact parallel channel or not. Okay. This might happen like this. You have to do some trial and errors to know the best one, which will give you more touch points. Touch point means, now see, I'm always interested to see what is happening on the center point of the stock trend. So now have a look. This point is giving multiple touch point on the center line. Same way here. Good, looking good. And this trend was giving a support. So not necessarily you always try to draw something on the upside. Basically, now you know this is a trend in which this stock is going up. Looks good. So if here we should be cautious that this line might pose a resistance. So if this reverse from here, what should we do? We can take a profit.
Book your profit.
Some profit booking. It is still very bullish. We can trail a smaller daily chart, or maybe now look, have a look this parallel channel on a daily chart. Look at the center points. See here. See this zone. Okay. So now, if you have this stock somewhere from here, you can add at a multiple levels. For example, this is a previous multiple highs where the stock is having a resistance. So once it crossed, you can buy it once again here. Or even if you don't have, you can buy here. Once it has crossed the center line, you can add more into this, right? And let's have a little more trend, draw some more trends here. This was a peak. And what is the next peak? This was one peak, but this was 1 point. So once it was below this and crossed here, can we say this falling trend is over? Now forget about all the other lines. When it was falling, 1, 2, 3 peaks, and almost 4th peak here. Can we say once it is crossed this price, falling trend is over? I'm not saying that you should take the trade here, but the trend is over. Is the fall, the trend under which it was falling, is this over here or not? So this is how you can identify whether some stock under the bearish trend. Now this was a peak, so it will be not very reliable. But once you have some curves means when definite peaks are there, like this is a definite peak, this is a definite peak. You can join them, and for sure you can identify the reversal. Have a look this one. This one, the previous peak. And for sure this is a peak, another peak. This is one curve and one curve. So once the price crossed here, accumulated, and crossed the previous high, here at this price, will you be interested? It is not necessary to always wait for all-time high to cross. Once you realize that now trend is bullish, you can take a trade. So how the trend line can define lot of supports and resistance, is it clear? We'll take more examples, but something that starts from monthly, you can go daily, you can go weekly, then you can go hourly, and here also you can, if you can identify that some trend is going on and it is crossing, each time it is crossing the previous high, you can define the stop losses, where to exit. For example, once these peaks were made and price has crossed this peak, you know that trend is bullish above it, right? All the previous highs are crossed from here. Next time when you see similar consolidation, you can trail this one, because you know here the price was there for 4 hours and then took the new jump. So now prices should not come below these levels. The one I'm given at 2255, 2055, and 1874. So based on your investment philosophy, you can define at what level you should take the profit. Let's see on the more closer level at a 15-minute chart. So at a 15-minute chart, here, see here. Can we see this is a support? Can we see this is a support? So once a price took the reversal, what should we do? Still, this is a big difference, right? 2200 to 2500. So it was very bullish. So in a 15-minute chart, we are seeing 10 to 15% growth. So can you wait for it to come 2200 and 10% of your profit will be gone? So you can go further lower levels. You can go up to 3-minute chart. And this is a 3-minute EMA. Now see the magic. This support was actually on 3-minute. So next time, once a 3-minute will be broken, what should you do? Means this trend is broken. Now 3-minute 50 EMA, if 50 EMA will be broken, what will happen? It will come to the next support. What is the next support? 2300. So are you, it's a question to you. If 200 is too much to lose, once it is broken, you will book the profit or book the partial profit. Understand? So something, it is not, you cannot say that I'm long-term investor, so I will see all the stocks in a month only or week only. What you can do, simply surf once a day. This has gone 12%, 12%, 24% in a 2-day. Your long-term target could be 24% in a year. So if you are getting 24% in 2 days, and you know that price will not remain, will keep going like this, right? So at certain point, you know that there will be some reversal. So define it, book the profit. If you are very much interested in this particular script, next time again, you can on a lower dip level, because this is very bullish. At each support, this will bounce, right? This is very, very bullish, right? So you can book at 2500 and can again try to capture somewhere near 2300 or 2200, or till the time you feel that this is still bullish the way you like it. Okay. Let's take one more example. We have a 5 more minutes here. Okay. I'm not taking any particular stock with any preference, just whatever here, I'm taking it, okay? Okay, let's see HAL. This stock I traded today. Okay. Let's delete all the lines and let's define how to look at it. First I will convert this into monthly chart. Monthly chart, this is still not 50 months from its beginning. From 2018, it is not a 50 months. So we are not seeing any exponential moving line for 50 months. We can start a 20 months, then I will have some trend. So on a 20 month, this was going up and down and now up. So this is a bullish trend. From monthly chart itself, we know that this was a starting point which never crossed before this month. Price was always below this. At certain point, price has gone up, but it is a part of wick. Means in this month, price started here, closed here, in between gone, but never crossed it. There is no significant closing here. So with this point or with these highs, you can have this one resistance line or someone can take it little up also. Depends how safe you want to go. But once you have a peak here, closer peaks, you give more importance to the closer peaks. So let's have a line here, then we will go to smaller time frame and define. Till here, the only trend I can identify is a curve. Can I say the price has gone in curve? Yes. So be little dynamic. Don't think in a straight line or something. Define. This is a very important way to define. This is a very reliable pattern, this curve. When I will come to classical chart patterns, I will explain this one. Just remember this one, HAL, we will discuss. After this is called cup and handle. This is a cup and this was a handle. Once a cup and handle broken, this will be very good trade. Okay, so monthly chart, this one line we got it, the breakout line. Let's go to the weekly chart. On the weekly chart, there is some low I can see here in one particular trend. So let's try to draw one straight line here. This low, next low. Can we say the price is moving on this trend line? Yes or no? So I will be, yeah, it is moving up. And here, just look at this area. Price was having a high volatility on this area, then it reduced, and this particular area is sandwiched between the resistance and support. So something interesting will happen this area. Can you anticipate? Either prices will break up or break down. Can you anticipate from here or not? So which stock to keep in radar to take some action, which will be at a certain inflation point from where it can go in one particular direction. That will be the area where you will be interested, right? Which stock I will be tracking? I'll be tracking which is near the resistance or near the support. Something interesting should be happened, right? So this zone is an important zone where the resistance is there, previous resistance are there, and bottom trend line is matching here. This zone should be in radar, and once a breakout, you can take the trade. So somebody bought here at 1180, say,